Hello, all dear friends. Yesterday, in fact, day before yesterday, the BARC result came, and many of the students are selected for the interview stage. And as you know, that the BARC interview is very different from all other interviews, whether it is IIT MTech interview or job interview in engineering services or PSU. The BARC interview is entirely different. As you know, here the written marks will not be counted. Those who are getting 300 out of 300 in written marks or 1000 gate score in gate are equivalent to the students who have just qualified the written exam or who have just qualified the gate score. So everybody is equivalent. Now, on purely on the basis of interview, their final selection will be determined. What are the stages of interview? What are the number of students or what are the number of members there in the interview panel board? What are the types of questions they will be asking? What are the parameters on which they will be judging? Each and everything we will be discussing here, guys. And today we have with us Dheeraj sir. Along with me, Dheeraj sir will be also helping students for guiding them for a better marks in interview. Okay. So directly from right now, I'm in Delhi, directly go to Hisar, Dheeraj sir, for his views.
Thank you, sir. First of all, guys, good evening to all of you. And as you all know that the results have been out now, I feel this is not the time to this is the time to start once again. Because in BARC, as you know, interview plays a very, very important role. And this is going to be very, very technical thing as well. And as many of you would be dreaming to be a scientist at BARC, so definitely it is going to be a very, very important thing. And one by one, we will be telling you all the aspects, everything related to the BARC interview. And also this session may help you in such a way that it may mold your way of preparation and may make you perfectly selected for that. And also you will get to know interesting facts which you would not be knowing before this session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, so guys, before going to the interview, let me just quickly remind those who have just seen this session that in civil 217 students are selected for the interview stage. For mechanical, it is highest 706. That means, of course, the mechanical seats are much more than any other branch. So 706 students are selected in civil 217, in electrical 221, electronics 205, and computer science 213 students are selected. Now, let me tell you, all of them are same. Suppose these are 706 students in mechanical, all are same. Those who are getting highest marks in gate or in written test are equivalent to the students who have just qualified, because here the final selection will be only basis on the interview. Okay. Now let me tell you one more thing that I have told you in the video also, that the PDF that is available in the BARC website, the registration number there includes the result of both those who are selected from written and those who are selected from the gate exam. Combined result was there. Okay. Now if I tell you about the cutoff, out of 300 marks for civil, it is 102. Those who are giving the written test. For mechanical, it is also the same. And for gate score, those who are coming to the interview on the basis of gate score, this 816 gate score for civil and 715 for mechanical. Although this session is not only for civil mechanical, this is general session interview guidance program for all the contestants out there. Okay, over to Dheeraj sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. So guys, as sir have already told you, you can see the maximum number is there in mechanical, maybe because definitely the number of seats are always there in mechanical for the BARC examination. And now cutoff also sir have already discussed. You can see the cutoff. And now we are talking about the things which we are going to talk about in this session. So we are talking about the index. The very first thing we are going to talk about the number of members in the board. Like many times in the interview guidance session, when we came for the ISRO, we told you that how many people are there who are going to take the interview, how the panel is there, and all those things we will discuss. Then we will talk about the duration of interview, that how many minutes it is there, the type of questions which they will be asking you in the interviews, and also we will be talking about the selection criteria. Like whenever you go to the PSU, the criteria is gate score plus interview marks. So what would be the criteria when you are going for the BARC? Is it going to be the same as that of PSU or same as that of IITs or same as that of NITs? We will discuss that as well. Then, my dear, some general questions are related to, like we will be telling you what are the types of questions they can ask, some of the type of HR questions they can ask, and how to prepare for the interview. Like you may be having some curiosity. Sir, I am doing MTech. Shall I disclose that or not? Sir, I have written a research paper. Shall I tell that fact or not? Sir, I am getting very good rank in GATE, so I can get PSUs as well. So if they ask me whether shall I go for PSU or not and why I am not choosing that and I'm going for BARC, what should be the answer for that? So there are many such questions which will be there in your mind, whether to study from the standard books or to study from the notes, all these kind of things. What kind of questions they are asking, everything we'll be telling you about the BARC in this session. Then what if you don't know the answer? The very, very important point. Actually, we guys have very bad habit in the vivas of our colleges. In our colleges, the problem is whenever we are going for the viva, what we are going to do in the vivas, what we are going to do, if we don't know, we are just trying to say anything because we feel if we just open the mouth, we will get the marks. Sometimes we are just going to tell the name of the experiment and we feel we will get 70-80% marks and we got that. That's how we pass the BTech. But here the things are not going to work like that, guys. Here you need to work hard. And when we are talking about if you don't know the answer, how you shall present yourself, that also we will talk about. Then general information of the BARC and then BARC interview, others interviews में क्या difference होता है. All these factors we are going to discuss one by one in this session. And guys, this session may be a life changing for you if you are going to get selected to the BARC. Using these points, definitely it is going to be. Over to you, sir.
Okay. So guys, these are the doubts. Now let us come to the solution part, or let me come about the answers part of each and everything. So me and Dheeraj sir, one by one, will be giving you the answers of all these questions. Okay. First of all, let me tell you, as the other boards, here also there is a chairman and 4 other technical members are there. Okay. Member 1, member 2, member 3 and member 4. I have also given the interview in 2012. It was in Anushakti Nagar, Bombay. That time there was no BARC written test. Only on the basis of GATE score, the students are called for the interview. So I was also called for the interview in 2012 and I have the experience of giving the interview. Now let me tell you that although I was not selected in the interview, okay, so once you go to the campus in Anushakti Nagar, so it is recommended that you reach the campus one day before. Okay, there are flats. Okay, the flats that are there for scientists, once you will be recruiting, there are some same flats also. And for every flat, they are that time in my time, there was a 2-room flat that was their residential apartment. And for every one flat, they put 3 candidates there. Okay, bedding, everything is there. Mess is also there. I guess the mess was chargeable. So you can stay there in their rest house, or you can say the flats of the scientist. Okay, for every flat, they are sending 3 students there. Now, another day in the morning, there will be interview. On one single day, they will be taking the interviews, 8 to 10 candidates. Okay, suppose there is a panel of civil. Of course, the mechanical panel will be different, electrical panel will be different. So civil panel will be taking 7 to 10 interviews in a single day. All the students who are selected can book their slots and you can go for the interview that day. Now, one by one, they will be calling you for the interview, and interview duration will be around 1 hour or sometimes even more. When I was sitting outside, the person who has just gone inside before me was my friend only, Parvinder Singh, All India rank 20 in GATE 2012. I guess All India rank 28 in engineering services also. He was selected. He selected in interview also. So I waited for almost 80 to 90 minutes, around 1 hour 30 minutes for my turn. Okay. So there is a chairman. When I go, there is a chairman. So chairman will be maybe possible that he is not from civil background. He may be engineer, but from other background. So he will be just asking introduction and general information. Like for my friend who just gone before me, he was from Muradabad, and Muradabad is famous for copper. So he asked that why Muradabad is famous. Similarly, some questions he asked me that, okay, Uttarakhand is famous for where, in which earthquake zone it is. Although it's not for civil, but that is earthquake zone is general for all the engineers. So he asked such questions to me. So majorly chairman will be making you comfortable and just taking an introduction from you, that from which college you are and all these things. Then 99% chances that the question will be that tell your favorite 3 subjects. This is the most common question asked by the board, that tell your 3 favorite subjects. That was coming from my time, from 2012. In my time also they asked the same question. What was your favorite 3 subjects? Then of course these much members are there, member 1, member 2, member 3, member 4. Whatever 3 subjects you told, majority of the questions they will be taking from these 3 subjects. Couple of questions might be they take from different subjects. Okay. So on the basis of your 3 subjects, these will be asking only technical things, no other things. And let me tell you that in BARC interview, you are wearing jeans, your hair is not combed, your personality is not good, your leadership quality is not good, suppose your pronunciation is not good, your communication skill is not good, that is not at all matter. Here matters the technical thing. Your pronunciation is the worst in the country, your grammar is the worst in the country, your dressing sense is the worst in the country, it's okay. If your technical is good, they will be selecting you. So not on your dressing sense and communication skill and personality, they will be selecting only on your basis of technical command. Over to Dheeraj sir.
Yes, sir. So, as sir have already told you here, what matters is the technicals. So, guys, there are many students which I have seen that they always says, sir, I would be getting very good rank, but the problem is with the GDPI. Like if you have noticed, whenever the college, some companies are coming, there are some students who are very good in technicals. They qualify the written. Even the whole class is qualifying the written on the basis of those peoples, but they are not able to qualify the written, the PI part, and the GD part. So guys, this is the best thing in the BARC, that they are directly coming on to the point, the technical things. So guys, those who are good with technicals, want to work with the technicals, for them it is going to be a golden opportunity. Now we will be going for the types of question they would be asking from us. What are the types of question they would be asking? The very first type of question which you may not be thinking that can come is derivation. Yes, I am telling you guys, many times if it happens that they have just asked the big derivations, as they are giving you papers also for doing that, or some board is also available, so they can ask you for a very big derivations, like from the fluid mechanics you have seen there are equations for which the derivations are required for heat transfer, like for civil engineering subjects are there. So guys, derivation is the first type of question which can be asked. Second type of question is the concept related to the assumption. Whenever me, Abhinav sir have taken the classes on the YouTube for strength of material, we took the classes together, and all the times we told that how assumptions are important. The problem is, if any derivation have 10 assumptions, then my dear, with 9 assumptions, you cannot do the derivation, and 11th assumption is not needed. So the point is, in college examination, what you were doing, if you need to write 8 assumption, you were writing 10, 12 to find that I will be getting good marks. It is not going to work in the BARC exam. Here, if assumptions are 8, 9th one is going to be wrong, and with 7 you cannot do the derivation. So that is why the assumption plays very important role. And meanwhile, Abhinav sir would be telling you also some of the questions related to assumptions, how they are framing. Then, my dear, we are talking about the practical application. And that's why I will suggest you, whenever you are going to tell your favorite ones, like sir said, that they would be asking you the 3 subjects, then always try to tell the fundamental subjects. The problem is, if you are going to go into the application subject, then my dear, it would be very difficult, because as you know, whenever we are studying for the GATE and ESE examination, our main concentration is towards theoretical part. But when they will be joining it with the practical application, like I'm telling you an example. So if you would, if you have seen the subjects like power plant, let us say I'm talking about, they may ask you to design a component. Like they will be saying that AC is working here. Tell me the design of this component. At that time, you will be in fear that how to do that, because we are majorly concerned with the theoretical aspects of the things. So guys, that is the reason I would like to say that always try to give the fundamental subjects, because there you would be having better chance of selection. And guys, this is the most important thing I would like to tell you. And next point is going to be, they will never be asking you the data type question, because here their concentration is not towards how you have the mug up capacity, because you are going to work in a R&D environment. There you just have an open mind to think about all the prospects. Data would be there with you. Whatever you want to see, you can. So guys, that's why they are going to ask you more conceptual and situation based question. They would be putting you in a situation they want to know how you can think about. Like I always tell you, one of my interview experience once, when I was asked about find out the entropy calculation when the dosa is formed. So this kind of question when they are framing, they just want to know the approach of yours. Okay. So over to you, Abhinav sir.
Okay, yes, sir. As sir has told about the assumptions, let me tell you, sir, the student or my friend, though that who has gone just before me.
Yes.
Actually, he was not interested in BARC. He was interested in engineering service and PSU only. But of course, in the interview, he will not saying that I'm not interested in BARC. So उन्होंने कहा इंटरव्यू के मेंबर्स ने कि what you want to do when you will be coming in BARC and your MTech is completed after 2 years and you are going into the research. So what you want to do in research? Because he convinced them that he want to do research in the BARC only. So he suddenly says that there is an assumption in RCC that material is considered to be homogeneous. So he says that I want to remove this assumption and make some statements or formulas for general material which is not even homogeneous. Then how that will be done? Of course, that is a 5-year research. So they have not asked that how you will be doing this, because of course his guide will help him and that is a 5-year process. But they ask him that what is homogeneous, what is isotropic, what is the difference between homogeneous and isotropic, all these things they have asked. And sir, when there is chairman and other 5 members or 4 members are there, generally in that was a long room there. So here there is a whiteboard also. Okay.
Yes.
So sometimes when they want to test some concepts or some particular things, so they go that take this marker and go to the whiteboard. In engineering services, there is no whiteboard interview. There is a papers, A4 paper or something. So you write in the paper and send one paper, then that paper is circulated to all others. But here in the BARC, that special thing is the board also there, whiteboard, and whiteboard you can write. Now, one more thing, sir, they are not, all the students, please listen this, they are not checking exact answer you are getting or not. Mohr circle, suppose you don't know the derivation of Mohr circle. They told you that derive the Mohr circle. So your process, how you are approaching Mohr circle, that is much more important than the final result. Suppose your concepts are correct, you are writing the first statement correct, second statement correct of transformation of equation for normal stress, then shear stress, then squaring and adding. Suppose squaring and adding you are not doing because you have never seen, but you have written the equation correctly. Squaring and adding is a mathematical tool. So even if you write those first 2 statements on normal stress and shear stress correct, they will be saying it's okay. Okay, so might be final result. Sometimes when your concepts are good due to lack of some formulas or some tools, you are not able to get the final answer, but you know the approach. So they see, the student knows the approach, his concepts are good, his practice is not there, that is why he's not able to solve the question, so they will award you the marks. Okay, over to sir.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, I have given a very, very important point. And now we will be coming on to the very, very important tips. Like the first one is that written marks are not going to be counted. So whatever the exam you have qualified, you might be very, very happy for that, that yes, I qualified the GATE exam. So guys, the GATE exam or the BARC exam. So guys, this was just, you have qualified, you are okay for the interview, you will be going to the next step. Now the previous step is over. Whether you are getting first rank in that or the last, all are going to be equal. And that is the beauty of the BARC exam. Wherever you go to the PSUs, they consider 70% weightage to the GATE score. But here the weightage to the GATE score or the BARC score is 0. And that is going to be very, very important point. It is good for those who are good in conceptuals but have not scored well because they are not good in calculations or all. It is going to be a negative point for those who are good in calculation but in average in the concept, because in the BARC examination as R&D work is going to be there. So there is no work of the people who are not good in concepts, because they don't want the people to make the calculations. They want the people to think beyond the things which are already there, because then only you are going to innovate something. So guys, as the work is of research and development, so for that definitely they are requiring for the peoples who can think beyond the things which are already there. So that is why here conceptual clarity becomes more important. Interview is going to have 100% weightage. If you are going to perform well in that, you are going to be selected. I have seen the cases where the student who got the highest score may not be selected. Even in the ISRO, the same things happens. So that is the beauty of the research organization, that they give you a chance without considering the marks. Sir, to the next tip, if you.
Sir, right now, na, some message is coming from some of my knowns in BARC. So they are
Okay.
saying that 95% chances that there will be this time one chairman, 6 members in total, including chairperson. Okay, so that
Okay.
means this time also one chairman and 5 members.
Sir, I feel this is a point of appreciation that all the times whenever you are coming up with some of the new informations in the session, which generally people are not aware of. So I feel all the sessions of yours are giving these kind of new information, which definitely helps the students to
Yes,
get
sir.
better.
Sir, actually, he's in admin department, na, so he knows this time process also. So one
Yes, sir.
chairperson and 5 members will be there, and 5 members will be from the same branch. Chairperson may or may not be. Okay,
Fine.
so that was tip number 1. Now tip number 2, they will ask. Yeah, this we have already told that 95%, 99% candidates after the introduction from the chairperson, they will ask that what are your 3 favorite subjects, and most of the questions will be asked from those 3 subjects. Okay, over to sir.
Yes. So next is approach matters more than the correct answer, as that also point discussed by the sir already, that approach matters. So they want to say how you approach the problem. Like they may be asking you the practical situation question, anything. Like as I said, they would be saying you anything which you have never thought of. Like they are saying you to find out the entropy generation of dosa making. So there, that kind of derivation you have not done in the class, you have not seen in the books. You need to think over that how you will proceed, because in research you are going to do the same. The new problems will be there, new you need to see that how you shall approach to get success. Maybe you are not going to get succeed in the first attempt, but the point is how you approach a problem. That is what they are going to check. Over to you, sir, for the next tip.
Okay. Now the next tip is importance of project, thesis, and research paper. Like any other interview, it is possibility that they ask you the question from project and thesis. And if you have done research paper in BTech and MTech, this will help. But all these things, how much good answer you are saying, but whatever the questions they ask live to you in the Anushakti Nagar, Bombay, if your answers are wrong, these even hundreds of research paper will not do anything. And another student, suppose Abhinav, one student name is Abhinav. He goes there. His project is excellent. Thesis is excellent. He has given all the questions related to these. He has written 10 research paper in the international journal. But the question asked by the interview board there, the conceptual questions he failed to answer. So Abhinav will not be selected. But one other student is also there. The name of that student is Mr. Dheeraj ji. So Dheeraj ji goes there. And धीरज जी project is not very good. बस temporary project कर दिया था. उनका तो preparation का समय चल रहा था उस समय. Thesis भी बहुत गंदी सी लगी थी. एकदम grammatical mistake कुछ नहीं, एकदम copy paste था. Research paper लिखा ही नहीं कभी धीरज जी सर ने. और पता ही नहीं research paper क्या होता है. पर वहां वो गए. उनका gate rank भी अच्छा था. Conceptual gate rank भी चलो अच्छा नहीं था. एकदम just qualify हो गए थे written exam में या gate exam के cut off में. लेकिन उन्होंने यहाँ पे जितने भी क्वेश्चन पूछे members, whatever the question asked the members there, most of the answers were correct. And rather than the percentage of correct answers, his approach to every question suggests that he is conceptually very strong. Let me again tell you, rather than the number of questions you are doing correct or answering there correct, the more important thing is the percentage questions where your approach was fine and it was appropriate. That is much more important rather than the final correct answer. So he has done most of the answers correct and his approach is correct. So Dheeraj sir will be selected, but this Abhinav will not be selected. Then Dheeraj sir will be giving party to everyone. Okay, over to sir.
So, sir have told a hypothetical situation. In reality, both sir and me, I have written also paper. You can search, you will find this.
नहीं सर, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है.
Sir, I was just kidding that in between. So just that's why I said कि me and Abhinav sir both have written the papers. In the masters, generally we do that kind of thing. So as sir have said, this can be a positive point and this can be a negative point for you as well. It is going to be a positive point if you have written and you are able to answer. Negative point if you are not able to answer, as sir have said, because if you are not going to answer, whatever you have done is useless. It is just a paper, nothing more than that. So next is going to be sir, next point I would like to say कि आप बताइए that is technical knowledge versus personality.
Okay, so here guys, see, PSU is a combination of both the things, na? And engineering service also, they will be checking both the things. Yes, larger amount, they will be checking technical knowledge in the written paper only. So in interview, they will be checking personality also. But here, personality is not at all important. I already told your hairs are not properly combed, your dress is not there, your shirt is not ironed, nothing is there. ओके वैसे भी जो साइंटिस्ट होते हैं उनके बाल लंबे लंबे ही होते हैं, ऐसे टी शर्ट भी ऐसी होती है और ये शर्ट भी अंदर नहीं होती है, बाहर निकली होती है, एक शर्ट बाहर निकली होती है, ऐसी होती है. साइंटिस्ट वैसे ही होते हैं तो उनको चलता है वो. तो आपका टेक्निकल नॉलेज ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. मैं वापस से कह रहा हूं, ये मैटर नहीं करेगा कि नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन. सपोज एक स्टूडेंट था सपोज A1, तो A1 से टोटल उन्होंने 1 आवर्स में 15 क्वेश्चंस पूछे और इसने 10 सही दिए और इसने 5 गलत दिए. लेकिन एक दूसरा स्टूडेंट था A2, इसने 8 ही सही दिए, 7 ही सही जवाब नहीं दे पाया, पर इन 7 का जो उसने अप्रोच लगाया था, उस अप्रोच से पता चल रहा था कि इन 7 में से 5 का उसका जो कॉन्सेप्चुअल था या जो लिंक टू लिंक जोड़ रहा था या जो कॉन्सेप्ट बता रहा था वो सही था. एनी हाउ वो फाइनल आंसर पे नहीं पहुंच पा रहा था, पर 5 का जो इन 7 क्वेश्चंस में से 5 क्वेश्चंस की नॉलेज उसकी अच्छी थी, फाइनल आंसर नहीं पहुंच पाया, कॉन्सेप्ट सही था. तो A2 विल बी सिलेक्टेड, A1 will not be selected. Okay, so after selection they give, generally what happens now, once you go there, so your interview is there for 80 to 90 minutes, then you will be going out, then the board member will be discussing themselves, so they call the student back, बुलाओ उसको बाहर और उसको white slip मिलती है. हमारे समय पे उसको white slip मिलती थी, और जिसको भी white slip मिलती थी उसको शाम को बस में उन सारे बच्चों को, सारी इलेक्ट्रिकल सिविल मैकेनिकल कंप्यूटर सब बच्चों को बैठा के बस में बैठा के पूरा नवशक्ति नगर का कैंपस घुमाते थे. और जैसे मेरे जैसे बच्चे थे तो सिलेक्ट नहीं हुए थे तो बस्ता बांध दो घर जाओ, और बाकी सबको पूरा वो अनुसूचित नगर का घुमाते थे. ओके, ओवर टू सर.
One more question I would like to ask from the side of student, like कि language matters any role or not, because generally student have a doubt कि हमें इंग्लिश में ही बोलना है या हिंदी भी चलेगी वहां पे.
सर इफ यू नो बोथ द लैंग्वेजेस, वेरी सिंपल आंसर, इफ अ स्टूडेंट नोज बोथ द लैंग्वेजेस हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश, then his medium will be same as the speaker or as the member or chairperson is asking. If he is asking in English, answer in English. If he is asking in Hindi, answer in Hindi, for the condition when you know both the languages. When you are not very sure in one of the languages, of course then you have no choice, na? Suppose your Hindi is not good, so you have no choice, you have to answer in English only. And suppose your English is not very good or you are not very fluent, so of course you will be answering in that time Hindi only. But if you know both the languages, then it is recommended that in whatever language they are asking the question, you can answer on the same.
And sir, one more thing, if a student do not know the answer, then how shall he approach for that condition?
Sir, two things again. First thing is that if he does not know anything about that particular question, that particular topic, he should say, I'm sorry. If he knows something but he is not sure, so he can ask a permission from the member. I don't know the exact answer, but let me guess it, or let me try to solve this from this concept. Okay, this may be the possibility that this particular principle or concept might be used in that particular topic. You can say this.
Okay, sir, that is okay from my side.
Okay, so now tip 6. Tip 6 is some general question. Wo initially chairperson asked some general question, but that is not at all important. Let me tell you, in my time, I was very strong in mathematics. My favorite subject till now is maths. Okay, तो मेरा जो selection 164 रैंक था, that is majorly due to maths and aptitude part. Okay, मैं अपने दोस्तों से कहता भी था यार वो टेक्निकल में मेरा भूत बना देंगे, क्वेश्चन पूछ के मेरे को आता नहीं है. तो मेरा एक दोस्त था शिशिर, उसने साफ कहा था कि भाई तू साफ साफ बता दियो कि तेरे को सिविल नहीं आता है, तो मैथ्स और एप्टीट्यूड की वजह से इतना रैंक लाया है. तो चेयरपर्सन को मेरे को पता चल गया था कि भाई बनाने वाले 80-90 मिनट में कितने देर तक छुपाऊंगा, तो मैं सबसे पहले ही धीरे सर मैंने सबसे पहले ही बोल दिया था कि सर मेरा ये रैंक आया है, इसमें मैथ्स और एप्टीट्यूड का मेजर पार्ट है. उस समय 30 मार्क्स का आया था उस साल, मैथ्स प्लस एप्टीट्यूड. सिविल में मेरा इतना अच्छा स्कोर नहीं था, तब तक मेरा सिविल इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं था, बाद में हुआ पढ़ के. तो मैंने साफ बोल दिया था. तो उस चेयरपर्सन ने सर मेरे से सिविल मैथ्स से क्वेश्चन पूछे भी. उन्होंने क्या पूछे कि dy by dx is equal to 0. Many times I have said this in interview from last 3-4 years. dy by dx is equal to 0 पे मैक्सिमम मिनिमा आता है, सबको पता है, क्योंकि वहां स्लोप पे मैक्सिमम मिनिमा होता है. लेकिन d2y by dx2 लेस देन 0 पे ही मैक्सिमा क्यों होता है? ये बताओ। तो जैसे उसने क्वेश्चन पूछा, मैं अंदर से तो बहुत खुश हुआ कि फोड़ दूंगा इसको। मैंने फोड़ भी दिया था। वो एफ डैश एक्स ग्रेटर देन 0, दैट मींस इफ स्लोप इज ग्रेटर देन पॉजिटिव, दैट मींस इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन। तो अगर कोई इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है, उसका स्लोप पॉजिटिव है, यहाँ पे स्लोप पॉजिटिव है, स्लोप 0 है, फिर डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है तो स्लोप नेगेटिव है। तो मतलब अगर डी फंक्शन dy बाई डी एक्स की बात करूं तो पॉजिटिव से वो 0 आ रहा है, फिर नेगेटिव आ रहा है। मतलब dy बाई डी एक्स एक डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है, क्योंकि पॉजिटिव से 0 पे जा रहा है, फिर नेगेटिव पे जा रहा है। तो स्लोप डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है। स्लोप डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है तो जो भी डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन होता है उसका एक डिफरेंशिएशन लेस देन 0 होता है। तो dy बाई डी एक्स डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है, तो उसका एक डिफरेंशिएशन डी टू वाई बाई डी एक्स लेस देन 0 होगा। वो खुश हो गया। पर उसने बहुत ऐसे 2-4 प्रोबेबिलिटी के और क्वेश्चन पूछे सर, उसके बाद वो साफ साफ बता दिया, बट योर सिलेक्शन विल नॉट बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मैथ्स, दैट विल बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सिविल। देन दे आस्क्ड मी सिविल क्वेश्चंस, आई वाज नॉट वेरी गुड। सो इवन आफ्टर 20-25 मिनट्स दे रियलाइज, वो कैंडिडेट सही कह रहा था ये अभिनव, इसका मैथ्स ही अच्छा है, सिविल अच्छा नहीं है। तो मेरे से पहले वाले स्टूडेंट्स को तो 90 मिनट्स तक उन्होंने रखा, पर मेरे को 20-25 मिनट्स बाद कह दिया ठीक है बाय बाय, आप जाओ, मेरा सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ सर। तो वहां नहीं हुआ तो अब यहाँ हो गया। तो
नहीं सर, वो ऑलरेडी होता है जब व्हेन यू हैव ऑलरेडी थॉट कि आई विल बी टीचिंग, देन बाकी
नहीं
सारी
नहीं
चीजों
सर,
पे
मैंने
ध्यान रखते
टीचिंग के लिए नहीं सोचा था तब तक। मैं टीचिंग के लिए नहीं सोचा था इनिशियली, टू बी वेरी ट्रू। इनिशियली आई कम इन द टीचिंग फील्ड ओनली एज एनी अदर जॉब फॉर मनी और एनीथिंग, but after 1 or 2 years the love that I got in offline, that time it was only offline, then I realized that this is very very nice job. But initially, to be very frank, at that time I was not having any interest, only as any other, like I go to any company for design or construction, I go here. Okay, that time कोई भी ऐसा नहीं था। पर हाँ, 2 साल आने के बाद लगा कि अब यहीं रहेंगे। तो अब जितना बार्क का साइंटिस्ट कमा रहा है उतना
Then it's very inspirational, sir.
उतना 3-4 दिन में कमा ही लेते हैं।
Generally people are just thinking of teaching, then they come in the field. So that's
हाँ,
really great.
thank you
So,
sir.
sir, I feel students would also be thinking of some of the type of questions which are coming from different branches. If we can help with that as well. For both
Okay,
the
सर एक बार सारे क्वेश्चन का आंसर फिर से बता देते हैं।
Yes, sir.
आपके पास 5+1 होगा, ठीक है। नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स विल बी 5+1, ठीक है। 5 will be technical members and 1 will be the chairperson. Duration of interview may be go up to 70 to 90 minutes. Okay. इसका type of questions will be technical and conceptual. No database questions will be asked. Selection criteria only on the basis of interview. No personality, nothing. इसके बाद some general questions will be asked, but just to make you comfortable at the beginning by chairperson. But no any particular general question will be taken as a your criteria for selection. इसके बाद व्हाट इफ यू डोंट नो द आंसर, आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड दैट इफ यू एट ऑल कुछ भी नहीं पता है तो नो बोल देना है, अगर थोड़ा बहुत पता है तो पूछ लेना कि कैन आई गेस। जनरल इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट बार्क थोड़ा सा जान लेना, मतलब कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, सिर्फ आधा घंटा लगेगा जान लेना क्या काम करती है, कहाँ कहाँ पे प्लांट्स हैं। उनको ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि बस आ गया है जॉब लेने, कुछ थोड़ा बहुत नॉलेज है तो दैट विल लुक्स गुड। बार्क इंटरव्यू वर्सेस अदर इंटरव्यू, ये टेक्निकल होगा सिर्फ, यहाँ पे कोई पर्सनैलिटी नहीं देखी जाएगी, यहाँ पे टेक्निकल प्लस पर्सनैलिटी दोनों देखी जाती है। मैं जल्दी से सिविल के क्वेश्चन बता देता हूं कि कुछ जो क्वेश्चंस लास्ट ईयर हमारे कैंडिडेट से पूछे गए। प्लेन सेक्शन रिमेन्स प्लेन आफ्टर बेंडिंग, व्हाट इज इट्स सिग्निफिकेंस, ठीक है, इसका सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है, ठीक है। ये क्या WSM LSM दोनों में यूज होता है कि ओनली WSM में होता है, ठीक है। स्ट्रेन डायग्राम दोनों में लीनियर रहता है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 आपसे फिर पूछ सकते हैं व्हाई क्रैक लाइक दिस, सिंपली सपोर्टेड में यहाँ पे 45 डिग्री है, फिर यहाँ 90 डिग्री, यहाँ 45 डिग्री क्यों है, फिर शियर एनफोर्समेंट किस एंगल पे रखते हैं, इस एंगल पे ही क्यों रखते हैं, ये सब क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछ सकता है। वाई स्लोप करेक्शन हमेशा नेगेटिव क्यों होता है, ऐसे कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं। एलिवेशन और अल्टीट्यूड में क्या डिफरेंस है, ठीक है। रिज लाइन क्या होता है, ये आपसे पूछ सकते हैं। बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ वाटर गोवा में ज्यादा होगा कि शिमला में ज्यादा होगा, तो बॉइलिंग जो आपको हीट प्रोवाइड करनी पड़ेगी गोवा में ज्यादा करनी पड़ेगी क्योंकि वहां पे एटमॉस्फेयर प्रेशर ज्यादा है। देन इवेपोरेशन मोर इन विंटर और इन समर, सो दिस डिपेंड्स ऑन डेप्थ ऑफ वाटर बॉडी। फॉर शैलो डेप्थ evaporation will be more in summers, but for deep water bodies evaporation will be more in winters. Okay, so why India is plus 530, plus 530 कहां से आया, 82.5 डिग्री स्टैंडर्ड मेरिडियन है वहां से आया, ठीक है। all these questions can be asked. Why phi index is greater than W index? Okay, so you will say, most of you say that infiltration losses are also considered as infiltration, but that is not the primary answer. See any of my conceptual video, you will get the primary answer. Losses are also considered as infiltration. That is not the primary answer, because most of the questions losses are considered as 0. Still 5-index is more. So the basic answer is that here it is the average infiltration of bigger periods, rainfall excess periods. It is the average infiltration of all periods. Suppose in I write my 12th class marks, exact marks. Okay, you can check on CBSE website also, 6249134, my roll number in 2007. So my marks in mathematics was 100 out of 100. In physics it was 74, chemistry 74, English 76. I don't know how it comes 76. That is too much for me. Computer science 89. So W index is average of all these things. Phi index is average of only distinction. So of course phi index will be bigger. So now let me ask Dheeraj sir for mechanical questions.
Yes. So guys, now I'm telling you some of the questions which were asked from the students in the last year. Like you may be knowing about the mild steel. So why low carbon steel is said to be mild steel? Difference between thermodynamic and mechanical cycle, old psychrometric chart, new psychrometric chart, use of governor in automobile, whether it is used or not, partially or fully governed systems are there. Or you may be aware of the stress tensor. So whenever you are writing the stress tensor in 3D, how it is helping you to find out the principal stresses. So that kind of questions, this is a combination of mathematics and strength of materials. This is from material science. Okay, and this is from thermodynamics, this is from RAC, this is from theory of machines. So these are the samples question, and we will try to conduct 1 to 2 sessions on this so that we can give you an idea with some of these questions which can give you an idea. So one may be a question in your mind that, sir, whether shall we refer the standard books or shall we go from the notes? So I would like to say you shall refer the standard books, but only for the purpose of those important topics like you already are aware of, like when we are talking about heat transfer, critical thickness. So those kind of things and also some of the derivations which you have skipped during preparation, you can go for that for the interview purpose. And definitely I feel you have some time for good revision, so you can go for it. PDFs are available if you don't have the hard copy. So I feel you must refer them, and for those particular topics, for those subjects which you are going to say as your favorite ones. So it is not possible to go for all the subjects textbooks. Go for those particular favorite ones and try to keep fundamental subject in the favorite list. You can also try to have one of the subject from different field, like you may be saying 2 to 3 subjects from one field, one from the other field, so that if they want to ask variety of questions, they can ask from you. So these are the things which are going to help you. Okay, so avoid the application subject, as I said, especially they may be asking you those things which you have not studied, because GATE syllabus is limited in the application subjects. That is also one of the problem. So guys, this was related to the mechanical questions. Sir.
Okay. So guys, now as you know, the startup series is going on. For mechanical, I guess Suraj sir is taking this week. For civil, phase diagram we have already done. Grain size distribution curve we have already done. Now tomorrow I'll be coming at 6:30 p.m. Tomorrow 6:30 p.m. I'll be coming with soil classification. 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Sunday ka funda this time I will be taking and Dheeraj sir will be taking. Okay. So this time Sunday ka funda, we both, as you can see in the screen, there will be there. For
Sir,
my topic will be what is soil enforcement.
I would like to add, my topic is related to how air condition works.
AC.
So I will be demonstrating this with the air conditioner only. So you get an idea how the reality practical working is going on, because you must be aware of how theoretical cycle is working, but how practically things are happening in the machine, that you will be learning in this Sunday.
I will also watch, sir, because my AC is also not working.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. So AC, Dheeraj sir, soil reinforcement, I will be taking this Sunday. Okay, you can join us on Telegram group, civil by Abhinav sir and mechanical by Dheeraj sir. Both the sessions, both the Telegram channel, you can join. Startup series is going on, guys. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Please do watch this. And scholarship is there. Up 90% scholarship you can get. This test is on 30th April at 12 p.m. Even if you don't want 90% scholarship, even if you don't want to enroll in the courses, you can give this test. This is free of cost, and at least you can check your performance on the all India level for free of cost. Okay. So thank you everybody. Okay. Dheeraj sir, end kar de?
Sir.
Okay. Thank you all.